Hey guys, Martin here again. How are you all doing? Thanks for watching this video. Continuing from our last session, we created a recycler view, created a design, and then used the adapter to link the design to the recycler view. As you can see on here, this was our design, and the final product was this. So if you haven't seen my first video, which is here, the first tutorial, I recommend you to either go on my website, on my blog, which is blog.martinism.com, and check out the tutorial, or watch it direct from YouTube. I will post the link below this video, so please check it out. So today we are going to be creating a bottom sheet view. So what happens is when you click on one of these items, right, it will load up a panel. So it will load up um, I don't know how to say it, to load up something like a view. So the view will slide up, and then you can see details from the items that you've clicked on. So for example, if I click on this, Megan, it will slide up, and then you can see more information regarding the items you've clicked on. So technically, this is what it's going to look like. Once we've finished, you have something that looks like this. Okay, and it just crashed. But anyways, it will look like that. So, not to waste your time any further, let's get started. Hey. Right, so the first thing that we are going to need really is where is my okay, yeah, so the first thing that we are going to need, um let me clear this out. First thing we are going to need, as you can see, if I run this now, I haven't got any code in here that does the bottom sheet. Just, yeah, that was a preloaded one that I was showing you. So if it loads up here, yep, see, I'm clicking, nothing's happening. Clicking, nothing's happening. Okay. Um, just to mention, David, um, David, a very good friend of mine, mentioned that my mic was very quiet towards the middle of the video of the last session. Today I'll try to be as loud as I can so it's not too quiet. And I'm sorry if any of you experience that same issue. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. I do have a child and I just don't want to wake them up, but it should be okay today. So the first thing we are going to need is a view. Sorry, not a view. It's a layout. So if we go to new, layout resource, and then we type in um, so we're going to need a linear layout. So sorry, we're putting our name of the file is going to be main, well actually activity underscore main underscore um bottom underscore sheets, bottom sheets, and root is going to be linear layout. Okay, right, I'm going to be a bit faster than I was last week. Hopefully um everyone be able to catch up. I'm going to I already have a design, which was the one I showed you in the beginning. I know it's not the best, but it's just a quick thing I put together so that I would actually I wouldn't spend too much time trying to um design the front screen. So I'll leave the designing part to you guys, um unleash your inner design, inner art, I don't know. Uh, one of the two. So, right, we've got our basic design here, which just looks like this pretty much. So, we've given this layout a name, which we will need later. Bottom sheet layout, the dialog, sorry. We've got our app bar, which we probably won't make. Yeah, okay. So we've got we've got that, which is pretty much this here. So the next thing that we're going to need is to create our um, bottom sheet fragment, I should say. So we're going to call this main um, activity bottom sheet. Okay, right. Next is class. Just to let you know, I'm using Kotlin for my development. Google fully support Kotlin, and my previous video I did mention about Kotlin. So, like I mentioned before, if you haven't seen my first video, I would recommend you to see that because it does speak a lot about different things. Right. So this is going to extend, um, uh, but this is going to extend um, bottom. Oh, sorry. Going to uh, bottom sheet fragment. Okay. Right, and then the next thing that we are going to need is create some few variables. So we need um, a m be, um, behavior behavior right equal. So that would be the bottom sheet behavior, right? And then next thing, what was this? Late in, all right, yeah. So I'm not going to explain that. It just means that don't need this. Oh, actually, we didn't need that. Oh yeah, sorry guys. This does take a type, so we'll pass in that, right? So next thing, we need another let init. So this is going to be our linear layout, the one I mentioned earlier about the ID shipment um, sheet layout, but button bottom sheet layout. Okay, this is going to be our linear layout. It is linear layout. If we go back on there, you can see it's linear layout, and that is the name of it. Okay, bottom sheet. Okay, that's a layout, and we're going to need another one called app bar. This is the the app bar layout. So app bar layout. Okay, we need to initialize that to no. Right, what's going on here? This type has a constructor and must, okay, that needs to be initialized. And the next thing we're going to need is override method. So let's generate our method, generate override method, and we need the onCreate dialog. So on create dialog, that one, right? And we need a variable to hold the dialog in. So dialog equals, and then I am just going to get rid of that and then return dialog. And the reason I have done this is because I need to set dialog content view, right? But before we do that, actually, we need to get our view. So view, uh, we need to inflate our view. So view equals view dot inflate, right? Our context, then our layout dot r dot layout, our layout. So r dot layout dot and our layout. What did we call our layer? Actinity. Ah, that's good enough. Actinity main bottom sheet. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, and no to root. Okay, so we've got our layout. Um, we've got our dialog. Now we need to set our view to our dialog, right? So now the found view, required view. Oh well, good enough. What about if I do that? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. That's good enough. Now that we've done that, we need to then end behavior, right? Equals bottom sheet behavior dot uh, dot from our view, passing our view, and the parent, get the parent, and we need to cast it to view. Okay, yeah, this should be lowercase really. Um, is this still gonna complain? Let's see. Yeah, there we go. And this can be var because the data is not changing. That can be var as well. Okay, the next thing that we need is to set our um peer peak height. Sorry, not peak height equals bottom dot peak height auto. So that's the one we need, and then we need to set our app bar equals view dot find. So yeah, we need to initialize our app bar pretty much. Find view by ID, r dot id dot bottom sheet dialog. Is that what I called it? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Okay, next thing that we need to do is no, this is wrong. That's not our app bar. Our app bar is called app bar layout. Yeah, there we go. So the next thing we need to do is initialize our bottom sheet layout equals view dot find view by id r dot layout dot uh, yeah, actinity the main bottom sheet layout. Okay, sheet bottom sheet. uh what is it complaining about? Expected resources of type id. What's going on now? uh Linear layout. Oh wait, sorry guys. No, that's wrong. That should be our bottom sheet. Um, bottom sheet dialog, whatever it was. Dialog. Oh God. Let's find out. Where is it? Yeah, bottom. And this should be ID. That's why I couldn't find it. Okay. Now that that's done, the next thing that we need to do is uh create a hide view. So what this will do is it will hide the view okay, when it loads. So when we slide down, it should hide the view pretty much. When we slide down on the view. Okay. I think that's what we need for that. Now we just need to create a function. We need to create two functions. Hide view, right? This takes a view, and then we uh, this is in Python. So and then we need to uh we need to we need to right, create some variable called params. Params equals view dot layout parameters, and then we need to say param dot set height. Dot height actually equals 0 because we are hiding, we don't really care, and then view dot layout parameter equals param. I hope this is straightforward and you guys understand it. Now we need the exact same thing with show. So we just copy that and we change this to show view, and we need to set and then this show view is going to take another variable called size, which is of an int, and we're going to set it here size. So the next thing, why is this complaining, is because abba is immutable property that could be, oh right, okay, right, okay. So the next thing that we need is an override method. So let's generate that override, and we need onStart method. Should be down here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. OnStart, and this onStart is going to take m dot state equals bottom sheet behavior dot state change expand. Oh no, the wrong one. State collapsed. Yeah, that's the one. Right, so we're just saying on start we want it to collapse. It should be collapsed, not shown. And then show view. Right, so the next thing that we are going to need is ba, 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 it's set the bottom sheet callback. So maybe down here we need to do before the return on the dialog, we need to do and behavior dot set bottom sheet callback, right? Object type, and then set an object type, just an object to hold it, and then bottom sheet behavior dot bottom sheet behavior callback, initialize, do this, and then we need to add the overriding methods. Implement the members, get all of them, and I'm gonna move this up because I like it being at the top. Oh, makes more sense for me anyways to be at the top. Okay, so here we're going to change view to view and change this to position. Oh, Jesus, what on earth? Position, 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 something there, position, and this is going to be view. Okay, for on state change, we need some few if statements. So if button dot behavior dot state change, the state expand, sorry, expanded is equals to new. Right, so it's equals to, sorry, not position, this should be new state. There should be new state equals new state, then show view, then we're passing the view, and no, sorry, we don't pass that in exactly, it's passing the app bar, right, and the size. size. The size is going to be, actually we need to create it here. Da, 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 da. Down here, let's say we create a size var size is of int equals, so context, yep, dot obtain obtain, yep, and then in array of, and then android dot dot r dot attribute dot action size bar, right, dot get dimension, passing 0 and or f for long. Is that 0? Yeah, that should be 0 for long. And then set to int. Misses something. Type of could be rejected. Use free cycle. Oh, it doesn't like this. It's not gonna like that, obviously. 0f. Why doesn't it like that? Alright, it's because here that should be theme dot obtain. Theme dot obtain system style attribute in array of android r the attribute the bar the get dimension pixel size. Oh, nothing's that. But get dimension. Yeah, there we go. So that's all good. And then we just pass in size there, right? And we need to hide our view. So bottom bottom sheet layout, and then and then we need to copy this like 2 more times. Copy pasta. Yeah, copy pasta. And this one needs to be collapsed. So state collapsed. So and we just need to reverse this and pass that in. Show and hide view. Hide up bar was okay. There we go. Since it's inverted, let's just put that there so we know it's inverted. Okay, and for this one, we just want to actually we don't need anything for that one, but we need another if statement for well, is the next one? Let me think. Um, dot state header. Yeah, that's the one. So we have that. Um, and we just want to hit dismiss. We don't really care. We'll state hidden dismiss. Okay, that's it for now. Don't take my word for it. I might miss some stuff, I might not, but when that time comes, we'll resolve it together. So what we do need right now is to create, no, is to go to our main activity here and create an interface class, interface on item. What should this be called? What should I call it? On item, on item, click listener is good enough. So and then we'll create a new function called do not on item click, right, which takes a view and then it takes an object. So this is the data, so I'll put data, we'll make a person, this can be any object really, and then position, and this is going to be int. Okay, and we just need to import that, and then here we need to create a data person object. So data class person, and then it's going to var name and of string, and then var last name is going to be of string. Okay, now that that's done, we need to then call it here or here. No, wait, on bind. Where's our on bind? Oh goodness, this is the wrong place. Oops, sorry guys, that's the wrong place. It should be in main activity adapter here. This is where it should be in. Sorry guys, because this is the adapter, and when you click on the item, it should then show the bottom sheet. So it needs to be done from here. So here, when we click on the image view holder dot image view dot on item dot on I dot on click listener. I believe that's the one. On click listener. Then we just need to check if. Alright, and we need a local variable for our on click listener. So let's put it down here. So say var on click item listener, then on click listener. Okay, and then we can say this is a let init. Okay, and then oh, actually, sorry guys, I need to move that. This can be no, because we need to check. And then if on item click listener is not equals to no, it means if we've added it, then we need to then say this dot on item click. Okay, and this is going to take view holder dot view, so view holder dot item view, and then it's going to take a the person object, so persons, and then passing the position, and the next thing it's going to take is the position. Right, so this person's object here, we need to set it here, so I'm going to duplicate that and then say person. So this is our data, it's going to be person, so we'll set it when we call our listener. So so person, right? So now that that's done, it's having an issue here. Okay, this we just need to add that because we're accepting null on it. So I believe that's it for that. So we need to then go to the main activity here, and in our adapter we need to reassign this. So we need to a new variable called adapter equals, and then we move this into that, and then assign the adapter, right? And then we need to say adapter dot on item click listener equals our object to hold it, and then we say on item click listener from our package, right? And then open close, and then we need to import our um, our whatever it is, our method. right? And then here, this is where the magic happens. This is where we create our new um, bottom sheet. Okay. Oh, oh goodness. I'm just stretching, guys. Wow. Talk about tired. Okay. So what have we called it? We've called it main activity. Um, what did we call main activity bottom sheet? Main. Uh, so main. Look at this. This has maint activity adapter. Main activity. Main activity. Just can't spell. Main activity bottom sheet. Okay. That creates our bottom sheet. And where else do we need? Actually, we need to assign this to a variable. So say var bottom sheet equals that, and then we need to say bottom sheet dot show, and then we need to say we need to pass in a support fragment manager, and then bottom sheet tag uh, self reference dot tag. Okay, that is pretty much it. But we also need to add our data to the item. So, which is pretty straightforward. I'm not going to do it now. I'm not going to do it in this episode because this video is a bit too long. But I will show you how to do it. So, you need to create a new variable called name field or whatever, and then that is going to be a text view, sorry. And then you need to get your text view. So you need to say um, view dot find view by ID, and then add the ID dot uh, I'm not quite sure which one it is, so you need to go into your design and look for the text view. For example, this one is, oh, this one doesn't even have an ID, so you need an ID, Android ID, just do at ID, Android ID, then at ID, and then you just do name, uh, name field or something, I don't know, just a name field, and then down back at your main activity, there should be the name field, right? And then you need to do name field dot set text, and it should be your personal object, which is data dot um, last name dot name, whatever. Maybe this should be first name field, and but you need to also have your data, so you need to do var person list data, and this is going to be a mutable list of persons person, and equals and you need to do person data dot add um, person from there, and it's going to be Martin um, name, and then Jones, and then duplicate that 3 times, and this can be Sarah and Jones, or Sarah and I don't know, Mike or Michael Jordan. Okay, so we've got our object here, and then you just need to say um, you need to set the adapter. So you need to go adapter dot set adapter the persons equals person data. Oh, Oh goodness, because person data. Okay. The variable, the person's data variable created earlier. So that is pretty much it. So if we go and load it up, let's see what happens. Okay. So look, oh, there's a crash. Something's gone wrong. Name field must not be null. Right. So it's telling me name field is null. From here, do we have a view here? Name field is null. That's how you set it. What am I missing? What am I missing? Uh, okay, ba 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 bum. Okay, I think we need to move this. We need to move all of that. Get rid of this. We need to move all of this. Um, it should be there actually. It should be there. Anyways, let's comment this out for now and see if it works. And I might have to address this in my next video because the time is really gone. So let's see if this works. If it loads up, then I will address it on my next video for you guys. But right now, um, I'll spend quite a lot of time talking. So let's see what happens. Yeah, there we go. So you can see it's showing up, um, but that is very. Look at that. It's not the best, is it? So I don't really. It's like very tiny. So you know what? You guys' assignment is, if you want to do any assignment, that is, work on a nice design, right? Make it a bit bigger so when you slide up, the action bar actually shows up. At the moment, you know, remember we said the height of the action bar, so it needs to be a certain height before the action bar will then show up. So when you slide up, it needs to be a certain height. So um, keep working on that, and oh, where is it? There we go. So look at that. So it's good. It shows up. You can. So if we go in here, if we go in here, maybe we should, I don't know, steal some of this. Let's steal this card view and go into this. Might fail horribly. Um, where is it? Yeah, this design. Have a feeling this might fail. We'll just copy and paste a few times so you guys see what I'm talking about. Linear layout. Why already defined? Okay, T then. T. I'll just add T to everything. Okay. Oh, T. T. Okay, what else? T. Okay. Um, let's close that off. Let's start it again. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time for watching, and I really hope you've learned something today. If you've got any question, any comments, just please let me know on the comment box below, and please do subscribe and like, and I hope you guys really enjoy this. It's a bit buggy, isn't it? It's like it shows up okay, and it will set back to. It should be showing the action bar. I'm sure it's showing the action bar now. It's just um we can't sort of see it. Wi-Fi. Yeah, but anyways, here is the idea. It's a bit buggy. Maybe I will address it on my next video as well, which isn't too bad. Okay, it's all good. Yeah, so there are a lot of okay. Yeah, so next video we are going to be working on the tab. So now you can have like different tabs, and then for each tab will be a fragment. So stay tuned and subscribe so you know when all my new videos are coming out or are out. And thank you so much for watching. All right, goodbye, bye.